Can we trust anything that's online? Answer: nope, not really. But hey, who cares? We've been weaving through an existential crisis this entire year and a half, and the new Matrix film is coming out, so who cares, right? But actually, people do. Welcome back to Information Overload. I'm your host, Rachel Fisher, visiting from Bumblebee, and today we are counting down our top 10 influencers who don't look like their photos in real life. From missing legs to exaggerating conditions, today's list has all this and more. Let's get started. Number 10, Ling. At first glance, Chinese influencer Ling is the hardest working influencer out there, and oh boy is she beautiful. The amount of content she pumps out is astounding. It's like she never sleeps. If she doesn't, it doesn't matter. Her hair is glossy, her skin pristine, and her eyes are wide and bright. But the thing is, Ling looks nothing like that in real life. She actually looks more wiry, plasticky, and has many hands. That's because Ling is actually the first AI influencer. She was created last May in order to amplify ads and give advertisers a worry-free experience. She's a new version of a virtual doll, an up-and-coming billion-dollar industry in China. She can't mess up, she can't do something idiotic or get cancelled. She is designed to be perfect. So perfect, it can't even be real. Number 9, Koei. Thanks to a Facebook user called Extreme, Koei along with her friend were extremely called out for severely editing their photos. Extreme put up the before and after photos of the shoot revealing the actual event. When everything came to light, Koei made this statement, and I quote, "After being secretly photographed, I haven't been in the best of moods. That's why these photos never made it online after I weighed my options," unquote. This is just one case. In another photo she took, her real self was still reflected in the mirror of the edited photo. Sharing our real selves online can be pretty terrifying, especially when people take time out of their day to say something horrendous about your weight, pimples, hair, etc. You know, the list goes on. So if people comment on fake selves, there's a separation there. It's not as scary. But lying definitely isn't the answer. I do think we all need to be a lot kinder to each other though. Haters gonna hate, man. Rock what you got. Number 8, Toopey Scarvia. Travel influencer Toopey Scarvia wowed her fans with her fantastic travel photos, infecting every like with the travel bug. But then one fan craftily noticed an eerie similarity. I'm going to call it the Andes wallpaper effect. Before I tell you, have a look first. Anything popping out? Take a look at the clouds. Pretty mysterious that they all seem the same. It's the tiny mishaps like this that can easily catch an influencer. In every picture, there is the same cloud formation. This forced Toopey to admit that she has been using an app called QuickShot to fix overexposed clouds. But Toopey remained in good spirits, saying that she's always been open to editing and that she's the first to joke about it, that the clouds are following her across the world. When other creators asked for her help, she said she uses the same app. So, I mean, I guess if you can stand by it, that's cool too. But, I mean, I still want to go to all the places she went to, if I'm being honest. Number 7, a trip to Photoshop. Most days my mind wanders while I'm at work, dreaming of far-off places, daring sword fights, magic spells, a prince, a disguise, just like Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So I get it. If she couldn't get there, she at least wanted a picture so she felt like she had been. Sweden-born Insta influencer posted a beautiful picture of her visiting Paris on all expenses paid trip, but alas, when people started to notice her leg was melting into a bridge, her followers had some complaints. I'm pretty sure she has 2 full legs in real life. One picture shows her floating on a bridge next to the Seine, and people were sure that she couldn't actually levitate in real life, right? Needless to say, she was heavily trolled. When asked about the pictures, she stated, "I wanted to talk a little bit about the pictures I posted in Paris. So I did one picture, shot it, and didn't think it looked that nice. So I took a different background and put the background into it. And when I put it up, nobody noticed, so I thought this was good." It wasn't. It wasn't good. Anyways, next up. Number 6, Logan. Anything for the views, man. Anything for the views. And look, I get it. I'm literally on the other side. I'm standing in a YouTube channel conglomerate organization. You know what I mean? I get it. From clickbait to catchy titles, it's all about getting viewers to click. Wow, that just got really meta. Anyways, Logan published a video in 2016 that claimed he wore glasses that cured his color blindness. Of course, people were going to click on it just for the shock value alone, but fans were immediately suspicious, mostly because the caption said that the glasses would allow him to see color for the first time. People who are colorblind don't see in black and white, only in really rare cases. They just struggle to see certain gradients of color, especially red and green. A good example was actually something personal to me, was my prom date. He was colorblind and I was wearing a red dress. His mom had to pick out the bow. As I walked up to him, I was walking across the grass and he said I blended into the grass, but also that I looked nice, which was good too. But he couldn't make make out that color distinction, but that was the only thing. So yeah, Logan got really emotional when he put the glasses on, but then he started saying strange things about his parrot having multicolored feathers that he didn't know it had, but he would've. Logan even admitted to having exaggerated the experience and that he is actually colorblind, but the controversy remains. Number 5, Sarah McDaniel. Ever being caught in a lie that you've already gone so far into there's just no turning back? Well, that's what happened to influencer Sarah McDaniel, who made her content based on a condition she didn't even have, allegedly. We still don't really know, but it is kind of fishy. Sarah convinced the world that she had heterochromia, a stunning mutation where one eye is a different color than the other. There are also different versions and gradients of it, such as the one Olivia Wilde has, where the inner and outer rings of her eyes are different colors. But commentators started to notice that her eyes would appear different shades and the colors would shift, which could be due to the lighting. But thanks to her dad, the record was set straight when her father, who she has a strained relationship with, revealed a childhood photo of her with 2 brown eyes. Rumors of her using contacts and even having them surgically altered circulated the internet, and now no one really knows. Technically, you can get heterochromia later on in life through an illness, but that's not what this appears to be. McDaniel insists to this day she isn't lying, but who really knows what's real in the media these days. Number 4, Her Royal Highness. There has been a huge surge in China with the government urging influencers and celebrities to be socially responsible. They even get scored on it. Her Royal Highness was one such spark to the surge when she got finally called out. The blogger was using filters on her face that made her look far younger than she actually was. They depicted her with perfect skin, wide eyes, and was hailed as an adorable online goddess. However, in reality, she was actually a 58-year-old woman. A glitch while she was doing a live stream is what caused her downfall. This moment also opens up another discussion concerning influencers who aren't socially responsible. Fan Bingbing was another influencer who appeared in the X-Men franchise, who has all but disappeared, leading fans to believe that she's been arrested because she wasn't socially responsible enough. Number 3, the backyard. You gotta love the siblings that call each other out, man. Like, sure, support each other, but when you pull stuff like this, like, someone's gotta say something. If I ever get to this level, I expect my sister to do her due diligence. Like, she can call me out. Maybe not this publicly though, I'll give her that. But if she does, I deserve it. Casey Sonelski posted an adorable picture of her about to go hiking, and it would have been perfect if, you know, it was real. Her sister then made a tweet with a picture of Casey posing by the forest that was in their backyard. Still, it's a pretty massive backyard. You can definitely work up a delicate perspiration walking back and forth on that thing. Though Casey definitely looks like her photo, she's crushing the fitness life, just not in the backyard hiking. Casey did fess up to it cheekily in a comment though, so like, thanks for owning up to it at least. Number 2, Lisa Lee. All I can think about is that scene in He's All That, because they did a good job at least portraying like the reality of like influencers. When you get called out for actually being the exact opposite of your online persona, fans don't take it very well. They don't like being lied to, or they don't like getting the wool pulled over their eyes. Lisa Lee, a famous influencer from China with over 1 million followers, was living a double life. In her photos, she managed to maintain a pristine image of perfection, but according to her landlord, her life was the exact opposite. Lee lived in filth. Essentially, there was like dog poop everywhere, just a whole bunch of things in her apartment that really shouldn't have been there, and her landlord shared videos and pictures of the damage she had done to the property. Lee ignored dozens of calls and had accumulated unpaid utility bills. Even professional cleaners refused to clean the apartment because it was so nasty. Her landlord eventually contacted the police, and Lee had to apologize to her landlord over the damage, saying that she would clean everything even overnight. Still, she lost a lot of followers with comments calling her out for lying. And number 1, Byron Denton. Good for you, Byron Denton. Can you easily fake a luxurious lifestyle on social media? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. Byron Denton, a UK-based vlogger, took on the challenge as an experiment in order to see if it could be done, and he was surprised to see how easy it was. He used a green chair to edit himself into the image of a private plane, which received thousands of likes in only 7 seconds. Next, he edited Louis Vuitton bags into his hands while outside the designer brand. People loved it. Denton states that, and I quote, "I'd always wondered if the reason people are so obsessed with celebrities was due to the fact that they can afford to live a life not everyone can," unquote. As soon as he started posing in designer clothes, he got tens of thousands more likes and follows than he ever imagined, and people easily believed it. In fact, he only got 5 messages from people questioning the validity of his photos. Only 5 out of thousands of people. This kind kind of fake lifestyle is what a lot of influencers do to encourage brands to work with them, and most times it actually works. If you hadn't heard this before, then here it is again. You can't always trust what people post on social media. In reality, their lives are very different. It's all for the likes, man. And that was our video for today. If you liked it, remember to like, follow. Oh god, I feel so ironic saying that, but you know what to do. It's all for the likes. We appreciate it, but also, you know, do your thing. I've been your host, Rachel Fisher, and until next time, take care.